And good afternoon, folks. Welcome back to Undercover ET UK. Today we've got a special one. Okay, we're going to go over what we know and what we don't know. Well, let's be honest, we don't know much, but what we do know is actually quite a lot. Because of you guys, the public, okay, the ones that actually do the work and put it out there for me to put it out there for everyone to see, right? Which is how it should be. We've actually found quite a lot out without the need of scientists, you know, from high places having to know and have all the data. We've actually found quite a lot out just by seeing with our eyes, which is kind of what, you know, people have. They have their eyes, they have their ears, they have all their senses, right? And sometimes that's enough. So I'm going to show you guys today what we know, what we don't know, and some of it is just down to our senses. Some of it more compelling is down to a little bit of science, okay, just to seal the deal. But ultimately, it's not, you know, take away the radio frequencies that we can prove. Thank you, Robert Shape. Take that away, we were seeing things in the sky. Okay, now we've got the radio frequencies, we're definitely seeing things in the sky. All that means is we always have been seeing things in the sky, folks. That's all that means, right? Which means we can trust our eyes. We can trust our eyes. That's what it means. And yeah, sometimes things are not quite what they seem, and they can be debunked by the debunkers. Yeah, absolutely. But the debunkers never turn around and say, you know what, mate, it was a bird, but I can see why you're looking at it, because UAPs actually move that way. They never say that, do they? Nah, they just go, no, it's a bird. You know what I mean? And that's it. They leave it there. They're trying to make you look stupid. And look, I can say on my channel, out of the, I don't know, 164 videos there, maybe 3 or 4 might be objects that I got wrong. Yeah, one of them that I think I got wrong came from a news clip. Didn't come from someone specific that sent me video after video after video. You know what I mean? So I don't know. And here's the ironic thing. Okay, anyone that goes, oh well, it's a plane, right? I bet if I zoomed in on that plane and had a clear image of that plane for the whole time of whatever video we were looking at, it would have got tagged by a UAP. You know, like, if anyone ever turns around to me and says, no, that's a plane, normally I'm always like, I'm looking at the little object next to the wing. You know what I mean? It's just, so I'm a little bit on the fence with the debunkers, especially like that one on the news where they said, look, there was clearly 2 planes on radar. What was you expecting? A UFO to be on radar? You know what I mean? UFO ain't going to be on radar. Now that plane might have come into view across the news camera there, yeah? It might have done. But it might have been just below the news camera and we wouldn't have seen it. Or it might have been right above the news camera and we wouldn't have seen it. There might have been 2 objects, you know? And that one could have been a UFO. We couldn't see wings on the bastard, could we? So how, you know what I mean? How do we know? Anyway, today I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you all the evidence. Okay, what we know. Let's get into it. Let's just get into it. I'm going to finish on one of Ben's as well, because guess what? Ben's now filming the oceans in Australia. It's brilliant. We already had Gavin doing that in the UK, but now we're getting Ben doing it as well. Absolutely, I'm excited. I can't wait to see what we're going to capture as well this year. So, where do I begin, folks? Where do I begin? Right. Let's go over to the desktop. Okay. Now, if I go to my folders, I've got a whole archive here of things that I could throw. Give you loads of different examples, but let's start off with, where do I even begin? Where shall I begin? Let's begin with the Lightcraft, because that is completely different in itself, folks. It's really one of them things. Look at this picture, this object here. Okay, you know what it looks like, folks. Looks really weird, but it zips through the sky and it leaves a couple of clicks. And this is a Lightcraft. This is the only thing I can call it, or a weird shaped bit of plasma. I don't know. It's bizarre. Here's the clip, folks. Here's the clip, and I'll just skip it to where it happens. Hear the click? October 2024, East Texas, Palestine Lake, Tony Franklin. It's one video of like 50 that I've got from him. Not 50, but maybe like 25 videos. I've deleted some of them, but look, that's just one example, okay? And that's a Lightcraft, okay? He's also captured saucers and Dragon UAP in the same part of the sky, okay? It's not just above his property. Let's go to February 2024. Look at this object. And this is what I'm on about. We've got the white fluffy objects, which these can be saucers, by the way. I've seen these turn black, okay, and then look exactly and dance around exactly like we saw the saucer. Now, I'm not saying they are. I'm saying they could be. They could be something else entirely, but they are phenomenal. They're anomalous, and they've been seen everywhere, absolutely everywhere. Now, again, this is still East Texas, Palestine Lake, but we've seen them all over the place. And I'm going to go through some Wales clips in a minute. And I didn't have the volume up there, but there are 2 clicks. Yeah? That's the radio hits coming off as clicks. You know, bugs and seed fluff can't do that. They can't affect cameras that way. And we don't get that all the time, folks. We don't. But it's happening, you know. These things are giving it off. 3 saucers stationary. So just to be clear, we've done the white object, we've done the Lightcraft. Now we're going to do the saucers. And these are another 3 saucers that are just stationary watching. Look, boom, boom, boom. They're just stationary in the air. And like Tony at the time was just panning with his camera like that, quite fast. He didn't notice them, but they're there. You know, 1, 2, 3. Imagine just seeing that in the sky. If he'd stopped to see that, he would have been like, "Holy hell, they're looking at me." Wouldn't you think that? And he's had a few approach him as well, and we've caught those. He's caught those on camera, and I've shown it on the channel. It's bizarre. It really is. Anyway, so we've had the saucers, we've had the white objects, the orbs. We've had the Lightcraft. Here's another clip of the white and black objects interacting together. Okay, so it just connects the 2. There's one, and that really does move like a saucer, folks, to me, because it's not zipping through the sky like your traditional dragon. And this was high activity around this time, really high activity. And there's the white object there. Super fast. And where have we just seen this recently? Palisade fires. You know? So again, like some people may go, well, is that object really just, you know, was it a UFO or was it just a bug? It wasn't moving very fast. Well, it was solid black. There was no wings on it. And I can tell you, if you're zooming in close to a plane, any bug that goes past will look very big on the lens and will travel reasonably fast. It wouldn't travel that slow. If it was close to the lens, it would have been gone. Alright, plus you're never going to actually capture a bug up that high very easily. Just won't happen. Look, custodian file. Again, we've got, I can pick anything I want. Anything I want. Well, let's give you a definitive saucer. I believe I've shown this recently, but let's give you a definitive flying saucer. There you go. And this has been done by Robert Shape. It was sent into Robert Shape custodian file. He slowed it down, sent it to me, and I obviously analysed it. Did that all on on a separate video. But yeah, this was real, folks. It looks fake as hell, doesn't it? It just looks like it's just too good to be true. But this is a real flying saucer that swept down past the lens of Ben's camera as he was filming this plane. And it showed itself a few times. I believe there was more than one there as well. But this was the clearest we had of it. And you know, we've zoomed in, we've done enhancements. I believe there's beings inside, and it looks like there's also tubes going around it, like tubing, like they can shoot, like barrels, like they can shoot something out. And I believe in this very clip, this thing does shoot out a very small dark object, and it's incredibly fast, like a bullet. Honestly, you just wouldn't see it unless you slow the clip down, slow it down, zoom in, and just have a lot of patience, and then you may see a glimmer. It's super fast. But that's a real flying saucer, folks. And there's just a one-off screenshot there of it coming down in another video. Look at that. I've cleaned it up. Again, I'll put the videos at the end. But so we've covered the saucers, we've covered the Lightcraft, we've covered the orb, we've covered black and whites together captured in the same clip, and I'm going to show you more of those because I don't think we've shown you enough. Okay, do you know what I'm going to show you? I've gone back to Palestine Lake. I'm going to go over the Faye video quickly. So I'll just, before we kick off, right, look how far he zoomed in. Right, he's on ground level, there's his roof, we're going up. Now look, the moment he's got up there, he can now see these objects. He couldn't see them before, not easily, at least on the camera. Now you can, okay, so you know these things are up there. Okay, they're not just coming past the lens. Look, loads of these white objects, folks. Look, swarms of them. And we've got Dragon UAP in there as well. We've also got little portals flickering, or energy flickering around these things. Look, the flickering, the clicks. Look at those, they were really bright, them ones. Look, and this is what I say, they look like fairies. Right. Now they could have a glow round them, like some kind of energy that they produce. But does that not look like a fucking fairy, guys? Okay? It does. Now do we need... I'm going to show you... I'm going to find the dragon, because the dragon UAP is really hard to see. You only see one or two for a brief moment, okay? It's mainly these white objects that are coming through. But I need to prove to you guys that this is happening. That these things are... Look, so we've got these Faye looking objects, and then we've got the white orbs as well. That could just be too far back, but to me, white orbs moving even faster. Yeah, you saw that thing move even faster than these fairies. Look. Yeah, I mean, they're going fast, some of these things. It looks like it's blooming Superman in it. Right? And here we go, look. There's a Dragon UAP here. Tiny little thing. Look. How do it look? Plasma either side. Boom, boom. And I'll tell you, the plasma's always a confirmation for me. Like, you can't really see the puck, but it's there. And the plasma's come out either side. And look, folks, these things mix up. They mix up with these things. Look at this thing. And I've done the enhancements. It looks like a fucking camera. It does. It's insane. And there's a mixed bag here. There really is. There's orbs, and then there's something else. Look at this. What's that carrying, you know? Moves just so fast. Just boom, boom. So this is what I'm saying, folks. There's a lot of evidence. There's an awful lot of evidence. There's the portals flickering around. It's insane. Insane. This is just East Texas Palestine Lake. Now, where do we see similar stuff in the UK, right? Because I've been showing a lot of stuff over in the US. So let's head over to Wales. 11th of August. Okay, Richard Roberts. This camera's getting clicked to shit. he had a refocus happen straight away. Look at these orbs zipping through the sky. And he's actually trying to focus in on this bad boy here. Click. There we go, look. Seed fluff. That's what I'm saying. To Mick West, right, that's seed fluff. It completely ignores the fact that it clicks the camera. Now, we got a bug here. Yeah, it's a dragonfly. Brilliant. Look at that. That's what a dragonfly looks like, folks, by the way. That's exactly what a dragonfly looks like that's closer to the lens. It looks massive. You can see the wings, and the wings on the dragonfly vibrate because they're going so fast, and that's what propels them. And when you slow it down, they travel, and you see every movement. And this is what I say like all the time. You get to see every movement. You don't see it jumping from one part of the screen to another. You see it as it travels, folks. And that's confirmation that that's a dragonfly. But, of course, he's filming UAP. So, he's filming the UAP. Whatever's in the sky, you're going to capture. You're going to capture birds, bugs, and UAP if you're lucky. And that's what he's doing here. He's trying to keep his camera on this orb here. And instead, he's getting harassed by these UAP getting much closer to him. And I've done the enhancements on this. Look at that. Moves too fast. And this one for me is a saucer, and it's just doing its best to look like a bird at that moment, because when it closed up and enhanced, it looks amazing. And I've done the enhancement on it. But yeah, check out the orbs. Look, I mean, that's moving intelligently, folks. There's without shadow of a doubt. And these objects that we're seeing, the mimicry we're seeing, these kind of things are almost test the human mind a little bit, you know. Maybe they went up to Richard's camera and just went, you know what, we're going to test this guy, see if he can figure this out. Mate, high activity video. Pontypridd. Flipping amazing, mate. Flipping amazing. I'll just let it run on because I've done the analysation already. Again, just go back through the videos. You'll see. There's loads. And I actually had to do this one twice because I made a critical error. This here. I thought that was a bird. And it's not. It's a saucer. Not any. You're losing focus on it, which you do sometimes get with birds. But look, this is exactly the same object that we saw zip across the middle there. Sorry, the corner. And look. And this is what I was on about with yesterday's video. You know the bird that was gliding in yesterday's video and I was on the fence? This is why. Because this same looking mother flipper is in this video and the activity is just enormous. Look. That's a bird. You know what I mean? That's what an actual bird looks like. So, yeah, I was on the fence with yesterday. That is perfect timing. Click. There you go. If anyone was on the fence and they're like, nah, mate, well, there you go. There's your radio hit. There's your click. There's your bug. It's mechanical. So this is what we're dealing with. This is what we know, and this is why this. Do you know what? I'm going to enhance it. This is why this video is so important, because it's not about what we can scientifically measure all the time. The scientific part of it has just proven that what we've been recording and seeing and talking about is real. That's all. That's all. You know? And yeah, we're not going to get everything right, but we need to look at everything that moves in a similar way, that produces similar look, you know? We need to look at it and take it all seriously, because these things are brilliant at mimicking. And there's no point. I know that we can't look at every single bug, right? But it's so easy to measure regarding speed. Now, I did the dragonfly. You all saw how that came down the screen. I'm going to slow this down now. You don't see every movement, and it's just gone. It's just gone. Even slowed down, it's gone. And that is a really, really good example of what two objects close to the lens of similar distance would look like. You know? Epic, man. Thank you again, Richard, just for sending this in to me when you did. And I did it last year, but high activity, man. Look at those clicks. Insane, mate. Insane. So yeah, I mean, we've done the sources, we've done the orbs. I'm going to go over hockey pucks in a big way in a minute, but you can see there, we had saucer activity, had lots of orbs surrounding it. So these things interact, okay, and then they're never alone. They're never alone. And I know that we see a lot of dragons, particularly from Robert Shape, where he's filming a helicopter, he gets a radio hit and we see a dragon, right? But that doesn't necessarily mean it's on its own, okay? It could be flying a bit higher up, it could be flying lower down, could be totally invisible to us, could have a saucer with it. Could be just to the left or right off lens. You don't know, but sometimes he gets the double hits as well. And I tend to find on a lot of our videos, people are just filming the skies and they're seeing multiple. And I always say they're never alone, and we should always look for another object to try and confirm that. So that's one. That's one from Pontypridd. And I'll just quickly show you this one again because it's the best. It's the best video I've got, folks. This is the best one I've got. You've all seen it. Wales, Newtown, taken by Kit Quint and Karen, and this is just amazing. The UAP up here is phenomenal. Just dragons, saucers, orbs. We've got this special white object that comes from the south here now, and it starts firing out orbs like no tomorrow, folks. We've got portals opening up on the left here and on the right, both sides of this thing. This thing looks like it's totally in control, okay? It's right in the middle of everything.
Showing up on the video, but I can't see.
All this activity, all of these fast movers, okay? It goes invisible, turns into the camera just picks up like an orb and it just fires off. Now you would think that that's an out of focus thing. No. And I'll just go back to that moment, folks.
Video, but I can't see.
Look. It's fired out this orb stupidly fast, okay? Look. It comes out so fast you don't even see it. I've actually slowed this down, recorded over the slowed version, and then slowed that down again, and I've had this object here. Right here, right on the edge of it. So I know it comes from there. It doesn't come from anywhere else. It comes from this white object. It fires out incredibly fast and goes invisible. Look, straight away. It's like, poof, gone. It's like something out of Transformers. And the moment it goes, Kit is on the camera and he's like, shit, where's it gone? And he then pans back because he's lost it, right? And then he sees it again in the sky and he points his camera back to it. As soon as he's like, right, there's the plane, goes back up, and he finds the bastard again. And this is what's happening, right? This was summertime, late July in Wales, and it's flipping amazing, I'm going to be there in the summer next year. I am going to be there. We're going to do a UFO hunt. We're going to
plane now.
That's going to be mad. If you're wondering about the portals, folks, I'll just do it quickly for you guys. I have shown it several times. I don't want to bore people. I don't know how you could find it. I could watch this all day, knowing what I know.
Daisy.
Check those out. Check this out here, the movement. Look at that. And there was 2 or 3 of these. Okay, it's 2 or 3 of these in the sky. There's one here as well. It just opens up, guys, just as this white thing appears. And like I said, this white object is, I think, it looks like the Fae or something. It looks like something crazy. A knot cloud, right? This is what John at Latchkey says. They're not clouds. They can just hide in the clouds and you wouldn't know. Look at these objects: orb, saucer, and it's like, look at the movement.
There's something else.
Look at the movement. And we've got saucers just zipping. Look, hockey pucks and saucers just zipping through in the moment here. Sorry, Kit. But yeah, look, folks, I've downloaded this raw for you all to see on the channel, so go for it. Just do your own analysis on it. But it's insane. And this was one of like 5 videos that Kit sent to me that week. More than 5. I think he took 5 in a day, and I was getting like 3 or 4 every other day off of him that week. But they all had stuff in it, and this is just the most activity I've ever seen in a clip. Yeah, enough going on. So look, folks, I'll leave it there. I think I've made my point with the hockey pucks, the saucers, the orbs, the Lightcraft, the fact they all interact with each other, and they're seen everywhere. Okay, they're seen everywhere. And just to touch over the videos that I've done, Australia, UK, we've seen them coming out of the ocean in Norfolk. So lots of evidence in the UK. Just everywhere, guys, everywhere. Spain, loads in Australia, loads of activity in New Jersey. I've done Argentina, I've done Italy, we've looked at Brazil. You know there's UFO in Peru, Chile. They're seen everywhere, absolutely everywhere. Canada. So yeah, folks, check out all the videos. Okay, this is the Wales clip, this one here. Raw footage, July 2024, Wales, regular and slow motion. Check out that clip, it's amazing. Okay, folks, I hope you enjoyed that. What did we find out? Well, there's Lightcraft, there's orbs, there's saucers, there's Dragon UAP, and if you look back through the channel, the Dragon UAP get really close to humans. Take a look. I mean, they really don't mind. They're kind of... It's a one-way traffic situation, because they know that we can't see them, but they can see us, and they can get really close to us. And I feel like the tides have got to turn. You know, I feel like we've got to wake up to the fact they're there, and maybe they'll slow down for us. You know, we can work together to develop equipment so that we can actually pinpoint these things, and I think that's really important. It's incredible. They're so brazen. It's just unreal. So yeah, look, folks, with that said, take care of yourselves. I hope disclosure comes our way in the form of it being all over the media. That's really what we would expect if we found non-human intelligence, whether it would be here or from outer space. So yeah, like and subscribe to the channel. As always, it's free to do, and I will catch you on the next one, hopefully with a big bombshell. All the best, and I will see you soon. Bye bye for now.